What's up, y'all? What a weekend it's been in the DSP verse, huh? I didn't really get to catch a lot yesterday. I was kind of busy yesterday, so I didn't catch any DSP streams or highlights or anything like that. I do know there's been a lot of banning going on, though. There's been a lot of banning going on. I did catch Kino Casino Friday night. That was really interesting. I might talk about that in a future video. But holy smokes, this next season is going to be insane of the DSP universe. I guess DSP and RTU are now in talks about teaming up against Kino Casino. That's a thing. It's going to be a really sad thing. I can't wait to see Dickers and Dickers Jr. get felted. I don't know. Drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's get into the video. Imagine this. You getting ready for that DSP stream? Oh, wait, he posted in chat just now. He said, of course my seltzer exploded everywhere. And he said this right now. So it's 11:42, as you can see next to me in the raw fill stream. And then at 11:42, he goes, of course my seltzer just exploded everywhere. I just wanted to make sure y'all had full context because you know how DSP hates things out of context. Sick. All right, DSP's on. Let's watch it. You know, this is awkward. But I thought your seltzer exploded everywhere. I guess it didn't. I don't see you cleaning it. What's going on here? Complete silence. I love the kick chat, by the way. It's just so awkward. And I only say it's awkward because there's nothing going on. He comes back in a second here, looks at his screen again. At some point, he realizes the camera's on and it's on him. And he shakes his head and then he just goes back into the intro segments without saying anything. But what's funny about this excuse right here, hold on. Yeah, so then he just goes back into his intro segment here. What's interesting about the comment that he left is we clearly saw at the exact moment he posted that his seltzer supposedly exploded everywhere. But he's been staring at his computer. Looks like he was addressing some sort of tech issue he was having before a stream. Wow, what a surprise. But this just goes to show that, like, you can't trust anything that comes out of this guy's mouth. Everything is a lie. He even lies about the things that are happening that you don't see on stream. Like, he's got to make up an excuse as to why this stream is starting even later than normal. Like, he already said it was going to start late. I forget what it was. He's like, I didn't even eat anything or shower or some stupid shit. But here we are, coming up with lies to explain why we're late. And then the idiot accidentally shows his camera and he's just staring at his screen addressing some tech issue. All right, what do we get next?
See, I'm back now, but this is what's going to suck is the whole idea of this setup. When I did set this up was that I didn't want to have wires hanging and dangling and blocking my setup.
Okay, but your setup sucked when you set it up. And let me explain why. Do y'all remember a couple months ago when he first got all these cool RGBs and stuff in the background? And he's like, my setup's better than everybody else's because everybody always sits at this cramped desk in the corner. And here I am, I got all this space and like, tried to brag about it. His setup was one-on-one, unmatched. It was the greatest setup that anyone's ever set up. Then we saw the pictures of it and the wires running across the room and it became a meme in itself, right? No, 16 years in content creation and this is a setup. Your setup's dented anyway, dude. You put it in the middle of your room. You put it right at the door when you walk into this office. Of course you're going to have problems with it. So can you imagine you walk in this guy's office, which his door is right here, right? His door to get in the office is right here. So you walk in and then you get all this, you got wire racks covered in blankets with fucking pictures on them. Then you got TV dinner tray tables scattered around in front of you too that you got to push in and out like to move around throughout the room. You've got wires running because you've got a computer on this side of the room. You got a computer on this side of the room. You got a monitor over there. You got a laptop screen in front of you right here. And had the nerve to say everybody else has a cramped setup because they have a desk like this that's not in the middle of their room. Well, do you wonder why they do now? So they don't have wires running everywhere so they can walk around their room so it's functional outside of just sitting right here? This guy's like, oh yeah, I've got the best setup in the world, and like constantly has to talk about the RGBs in the background and move his foam around and stuff like that. You're like going on 10 years late to the game, pal. You're coming over here like, you guys see my cool RGBs today? So today it's supposed to be like an ocean, you know, it's supposed to simulate waves. And it's like, if you got to explain that, dude, then it sucks. If you have a background and you've got to explain what your background's doing to match whatever theme is going on, even you know it doesn't work. And it's just a bunch of colors. It's just a bunch of blues pulsating. But you got to sit there like, yeah, this is like if we're on a tropical island in Hawaii, or if we're walking through a nice city in Japan where my wife wants to go on a honeymoon. Like, it's just dumb. Anyway, his stupid need to mention RGBs and the themes that they're doing every time he starts a podcast. It's like, if you got to explain it, it's dumb. Let's hear what the guy has to say. And while he talks, I'm going to pull a DSP and I'm going to get myself a drink. I'll be right back.
I wanted to be able to walk in and out of here easily, because the previous setup had wires hanging. I had that Scarlet, you know, whatever it's called for the old microphone that was sitting here, and I always had these USB cables dangling, and to get in here, I had to like jump over them, which was a huge hassle and a huge problem. You know, it was just a pain in the ass, and sometimes I would trip on it and stuff. So now here I am trying to walk over here with the freaking, you know, coffee. And I'm almost tripping because that cable is short. The cable that comes with that camera is short. They only give you a short cable. Maybe I would have to look for a very high speed cable, but get, you know, a good quality one. I don't even know what else to do. But let's see. If the camera keeps working all day, maybe that's what the problem was. Because this camera hasn't shut off in a very long time. And this camera, I believe, is using two high quality, high speed USB-C cables that I bought specifically off of Amazon that say that they're graded as the high quality, highest speed or whatever they are, right? So maybe that was the problem all along, is that the cables suck and the adapters suck and they're screwing this thing up. I don't know. That was one of the things that was suggested by that person a couple weeks ago. If you remember, that person wrote me the email trying to help me with these cameras and said that it could be that the cables and adapters are just crappy. Maybe that's true.
He's using the background removal software that his camera comes with on top of other things that his camera's doing, like the auto-focusing and stuff on him. So I can imagine that's making the camera run pretty hot. Remember, he's like, oh, it is really hot. But it's like, if you're just streaming and using your streaming PC, why don't you put your GPU to work? I'm pretty sure he's got an RTX card. Why don't you just do what I do and do the NVIDIA broadcast shit? And that way you can put the load on the GPU and not your camera or the proprietary software that it comes with. I don't know. It's just a thought. Like, try different things if you're having issues with it. It's so annoying that every day the same shit happens and he goes, oh, let me go unplug my camera and change ports. Like, that's his ultimate solution to fix it, is just keep changing ports and eventually it'll stop. It's a little sad to think that's how his brain operates, especially with tech. But all right, what's next?
YouTube chat can suck your freshly shaven balls. Why do you shave your balls? Are your balls so hairy that you actually have to shave them? Like, that's just weird.
Fucking weirdo, man. I mean, aside from obvious reasons, I don't know, maybe hygiene, right? Maybe because hair on your body naturally grows. You know, he just said this to the world, and my God, I feel bad for Cat. I think we should all feel bad for Cat in that sense. Though, like, all that aside, what a weird thing to hyper focus on and just be like, you shave your balls when somebody says a comment like that. It's so weird. This guy is just a strange motherfucker.
It's bizarre.
Look at the smile on his face. What does Lex say? That's gay. So that was my best Lex voice.
Anyway, let's not talk about that. If you prestige, you keep...
You're the one who focused on it, bucko. All right. All right. Today's podcast was boring as hell. I think it was probably an hour of him wage quitting Avowed, saying how he doesn't want to play the game because support was low. And as soon as they started doing the story last night, the game got really boring. And his chat was split 80-20. He said 80% of the people wanted him to drop the game, but then he said 20% of the people wanted him to keep playing it. But regardless of how he was talking about that, in his mind, he'd already dropped the game. The game's already dropped. It might come back if somebody tips him a big amount or something for it, but as it stands now, he ain't playing this game again. Now, I'm not going to defend Avowed and say it's a good game. I've talked to people who've liked it. It's nothing special. Not the worst game in the world, not the best game. But my whole thing is, like, he's a playthrough streamer. He's a variety playthrough streamer. So you go, let's just say you're one of the sad saps that watches videos. You know, you're one of the genuine one of those like 200 or 300 viewers that he gets on his videos that watches them. And you're watching like Avowed part 18 or something. You're watching Avowed part 18 and you're like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen next. And then the video series just ends because DSP dropped the game. It's like that for every game now, like Stalker and all that. You're watching this guy play through a game just for the series to stop, just for it to like abruptly end. But he wants all this meaningful content, but it's clear the meaningful content takes a back seat behind the meaningful money that comes in. But it's just stupid for him, knowing how long these games are, knowing it's an open world RPG that can take a bunch of hours to play. You're going to start a game and keep playing it based on the support that comes in, and then be like, well, guys, I don't know what to do, because I kind of felt like I was done with the game. My audience felt like they were done with the game. Like, what do we do here? Because the guy has no idea how to run his own business, and he's trying to get like the 3 people in his chat that are telling him to drop the game to comment and give him confirmation to stop playing it. But like at that rate, if this is your business, it's just bad business to start games that you know you're not going to finish. I mean, how stupid is it to watch this guy play a game like Avowed, right? And he starts a playthrough, and you're watching this guy play a game, and let's say it's like a Monday night or Tuesday, and you're watching him play and the stream's over, and he's like, all right, guys, I'll see you next Wednesday for Avowed. It's like, so wait a minute. I got to wait until next Wednesday to watch this guy play another 2 hours of this game? Like, that business model in my eyes is stupid as hell too. Like, if you're actually enthralled in watching this guy do a playthrough of a game, you tune into a stream one night. Not that I'm saying people genuinely do, besides, you know, the few people who watch him. It's like, great, I can't wait to watch him play 2 more hours next week. Nobody's going to stick around and watch it. And even he said this in his stream earlier. He's like, well, you know, everybody's already beat the game and moved on by now. People have already powered through the game. It's like, so why didn't you do that? Why didn't you just play the game for like 3 days straight? You know, if people were sending you money for it, why wouldn't you just keep playing through it instead of putting the game off for like 3 weeks to play it again, right? I don't know. It is nothing makes sense with what this guy does. I don't know, y'all. Boring podcast today, as usual, banning people. No sense of humor.
Okay. So how's it going?
That's good. Thanks.
Everyone enjoying? I hope so.
Nope.
Thanks to all the front page viewers over on... Oh, God, there's a unicorn in my party. Thanks to all the front page viewers over on Kick. I hope you're enjoying some Call of Duty madness here today. Small lobby stuff with Ninja Turtles items for St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to everyone out there. Hopefully you're having a good one. Perhaps you're feeling lucky today. Sorry, I have to hide the lobby as we form it here.
So he's on front page Kick right now. You know, everybody sees him. He's got 393 Kick viewers out of nowhere. Let's keep an eye on that number real quick. I'm going to do like slight increments of, I think you skip forward 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Just wait.
If you're enjoying, please consider following the channel or subbing, depending on where you're watching. Please consider supporting in some way. Over on Kick, become a sub. Get a bunch of benefits, or give the sub to your fellow viewer on YouTube. Membership or a super chat. And of course,
so you're going to get front page and then immediately beg. You're not even going to try to like keep people in and like bring them into the community. You're just going to immediately ask for money from this front page beg.
Of course, you can tip no matter where you're watching. please consider contributing. You know, a goal here. We have about 2 hours to hit it. Be great if we could hit it by the end of the stream. Thank you.
Keep an eye on that number. Holy shit.
Okay, are we ready?
He begged so hard, kicked him off the front page. Either that or everybody heard them begs and got the fuck out of here. Dude, its viewers dropped by half instantly. Pathetic, bro. Before I go, and just check out the chat logs, you know, let's see who got banned today. God damn! Oh my god. So this is just today. ALT smash Hamberlin reel. Wow. Wow. Savage. My cat's trying to get up here. Hold on. That's insane. He's back to begging. He's back to banning insane amounts of people with no sense of humor. But guys, I thought things slid right off his back like water on a duck. What's going on? I thought he had thick skin. Is that just another lie? Find out on next week's episode, y'all. I had it with this one. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.